So yeah, I'm just gonna show you what I'm playing right now and what I'm thinking about adding. So here goes. Alright. Play 2 rabbit. The 3 heliotrope. I don't like playing the 3 Sabersauri because I just feel it's kind of it doesn't fit the theme of the deck, so this is good enough, especially with Emerald out. You could recycle the vanillas and just keep on using them, so it's pretty good. Makes the second rabbit alive. Alright, 3 caster. He's like the marauding captain, I guess. Pollux, you could say. 3 Thunderbird, it's like the wind-up rabbit of the deck. Really good. I'm playing 3 Mandragora because when Circeon comes out, I think these are gonna be more alive, and also it helps make Bahamut plays more alive, you know. So yeah, that's that. And then play 3 Pandemic. It's the blanket lance for all the Evilswarm monsters, so really good. 1 Creeping Darkness. This card's actually really good to search out Circeon or any other Evilswarm that you might need to go into like an Ophion or whatever you need. Also, it could you could banish the monsters in the grave to add like just like anything like let's just say something that's not very useful like a Mandragora or Heliotrope, and use them for the cost of Bahamut. So it's pretty good. Then you got 1 Rhoda to search the caster to go into Ophion plays, and then 2 on his team, and then Trinity. So that's pretty standard. And for traps, we got 2 chains. This is basically to cover monsters that might be a threat to Ophion, such as, I don't know, like Exiled Force, let's say, or Inzektor Dragonfly. You know, just pesky cards that might get in the way of you know, just shenanigans basically. So yeah, Torrential. This card combos very nicely with Pandemic. So yeah, you gotta run 2. Really good. 2 Compulse. It's probably the best anti-XYZ monster card. You know, they go Zenmain, just Compulse it or whatever. Just if they try to run over your Ophion with like a Gemini Pearl or Mace Stroke or something like Gaga Gunman, just Compulse it. Really good. Spirit Reapers, whatever. And 2 Mirror Force. No explanation really. Alright. So these are a few of the cards in the main deck that were in the main deck. They could be in it. I'm thinking about taking them out, switching them out for stuff. So first off is these 3. These are just proxies for Circeon, so they're not these guys. Yeah, these are gonna be the Circeons when he comes out in Tachyon. So yeah. Then 2 Deep Prison. I'm just not really liking Deep Prison. I don't think it's that great in this deck, but it's alright. You know, I think there's better card choices though, so that's what I'm looking for. Then Infestation Infection. You do play enough Evilswarm monsters. It's just that the deck goes through the monsters like good enough, you know. They get their plays done. This kind of, you don't need these basically. Like maybe 1 to make like Ophion plays more alive if you run out of the pandemics, and go for like crazy, you know, shenanigans, which actually I've tested and it really helps just to have this to search. Not necessarily the card itself, but just to make Ophion plays more alive. If that makes sense. It's kind of complicated. Next, 2 dualities, and I'm actually gonna take these out, I think, just because at first I thought they added consistency to the deck, but after a while I just thought about it, and my friends were telling me that it's pretty bad, and you need your place to go off that turn, and it doesn't help if you pot into like a Mandragora, a Caster, or whatever, Circeon, because you're not gonna be able to go into your plays. You're just gonna have a monster like a 15, 16, 17 beater, and that's not really useful. So it's not that great, really. Book of Moon. Just it's book. It might stay, it might not. It's whatever. So we'll see. And then one lantern. Basically it's like an exiled force. You just summon it, sack it, and destroy a monster, a face-up monster. So it's not too great. It's only a 1650. It's good enough, but there's better cards, I guess. So yeah. For the extra, what I have so far, I haven't really worked on the extra as much as the main, because that's all my focus has been. But for the extra, what I have so far is 2 Ophion. When Circeon comes out, I'm gonna get the third. So yeah, 1 Ouroboros. That's all you need, because you really have to commit to this guy. 3 level 4s. That's yeah. I have 2 Bahamut's. He's really good. I don't know if I want to cut one or not. It depends if I'm going to have extra space or not. But we'll see in time. 1 Nightmare. This guy is really good in the wind-up matchup. It kind of just like stops their plays before they could go off, so it is really good. Then 1 Thanatos. He's just there. He's really cool. He's unaffected by you could detach one during either player's turn to make himself unaffected by monster effects. So that's pretty good. And he's a 2350 beater, so I think he's pretty good. 1 Emerald. It's like a mini pot of avarice. Also, you could special summon 1 Heliotrope in the grave with his effect. So pretty much for more Xyz plays, you could do some really cool stuff with this guy in Circeon. So pretty cool. Shockmaster, standard, I guess. Utopia. He's pretty good, despite all the what people might say, just because he's probably been more reprinted more than any other card this series. He's really good. So yeah, Gemini to get over other Ophions, and I don't know, it's just a Metageist. I doubt I'm gonna play this by the time I'm done with the whole deck, but it's just for now. I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool. Yeah. Alright, now I'm gonna show you some cards that are pretty interesting that would work with the deck. So whether it's in the main or side, and yeah, here you go. So we have Deck Devi, which would basically stop decks like windups, and other decks that run small monsters. So this is a pretty good card. Also, yeah, pretty much. And then you got Eradicator, which would completely shut down spellbooks and decks like Dark Worlds and Uriah Trap deck or something. Just something stupid. Or yeah, pretty much it's mainly for spellbooks this format though, because that's what's gonna be the meta for this format. Yeah. Alright, Forbidden Dress. I do not have any dresses right now, and if I did, I would still be a little kind of iffy about running it. The thing I don't like about it is that it's not chainable if it's already being targeted, such as cards like Raikou. So if Ophion attacks into Raikou and Raikou targets Ophion, you cannot chain Dress, because Ophion had already been targeted, so Ophion dies. And I don't really like that, because what if they set a bluff, I don't know, just a bluff, anything, and if you do activate the Dress before you attack, thinking it's gonna be a Raikou, it's, you know, you just wasted a dress. So also you can't change if it's already been targeted by cards like Compulse and stuff. So that's another thing I don't like about dress. Alright, but other than that, it is really a good card. So yeah, I would recommend playing it, but I just don't feel like playing it right now. Maybe later in the format I'll play with it, see what happens. Alright, next, Dark Illusion. Now this card I prefer over Dress, because sure, you have to wait a turn, you can't activate from hand, but you can chain to the effects of to the activation of Compulse or Raikou that would target your Ophion. So Dark Illusion is pretty good because it's a counter. So yeah, I would actually play like maybe 1 or 2 Dark Illusions over the dresses, maybe even slide another one for decks like that are pretty heavy on cards that would target, like, let's say Raikou, like, you know, Lightsworn or Chaos Dragons or whatever. So yeah. Then another card would be Goes and Match. This card is just it's pretty self-explanatory. Just stop decks like Wind-Ups or I don't know, Six Sams as seen on the picture. So it's pretty cool. Macrocosmos. This is to stop Fire Fist, Mermails, Dark World. You know, just decks like that that are reliant on the grave. So Macro's pretty good. XYZ Reflect. Now this is an odd choice. It's pretty weird. It's kind of like Dark Illusion, but it's for Xyz. The only difference is that it also burns your opponent for 800 damage. So I would prefer Dark Illusion over this. It's just an option. Alright, XYZ Reborn. Now this card is seeing a lot of play in Evilswarm decks as well, because if your Ophion dies, or if you tribute it for Epidemic, Virus, or Deck Devi, you could just activate this and get the Ophion back, and you still have them all in lockdown. So this card's pretty good. Yeah. Alright, next is Safe Zone. It's kind of like a dress, but it's like permanent. So they can't target this. The only downside is that if they MST the Safe Zone, Ophion dies. Unless you go like, you know, Pandemic or something to save it, but I don't know. It's just Safe Zone's alright, but I don't know. Yeah, you know, it's pretty good. I would recommend it as well. I haven't play tested with it for a while, so we'll see. Gem Knight. It's just Gem Knight. He's cool. This is Circeon. He's gonna really change the format, I think, when he comes out. Evilswarms are gonna be a lot better, because this guy's literally like a 1-card Xyz, so Xyz monster. Yeah. Oh, Tour Guide. Now, here's the thing about Tour Guide. A lot of Evilswarm players, whether they knew it or they're realizing it now, Tour Guide does not really work in the Evilswarm deck, because it just really doesn't have any purpose in there, other than to go into like Levier plays or something that return banished cards that you would banish from, like, let's say Allure of Darkness. So Allure of Darkness, I'm gonna get into that, is actually a pretty good card. It's just that unless you're playing the Tour Guide and Levier, you're not really gonna get back that card from Allure. So that's the only downside. But other than that, it's a really good card. And another weird card that has been suggested, but I haven't really seen anyone play, is Chaos Zone. Basically, this is for the Thunderbird. When Thunderbird activates its effect, you place a counter on Chaos Zone, and basically when it hits 4, you could special summon a banished monster that's level 4, and you could banish cards with Circeon or Allure of Darkness and Creeping Darkness, which I play. So yeah, I probably wouldn't play this because for consistency issues, but yeah, that's basically why you play tour guide, or also for the Zen mains to stall out. But the thing is, Evilswarms kind of just had to get in there. Like, they had to get Ophion as fast as possible and set the pandemic and whatever else. So I don't think they don't really have enough time for stall unless it's like late game or something. So I wouldn't recommend the tour guide. Another card would be Dad. I guess he's just preference. I don't play Dad just because I don't feel it's necessary. I think that's about it. Just like it's consistency issues again. Sometimes he might be dead in hand, and I'd rather just have my Evilswarms and just go into my Ophion. And if you have another thing, if you have Ophion, you can't play Dad, so that's kind of balls. And yeah. So that was the video of cards that I think would work fine and cards that wouldn't work fine in the Evilswarm deck. And I'd appreciate if you would like, comment, just give me a thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you don't. Just give me some feedback. Remember to subscribe for more videos. I'll be uploading some more Hit Arsenal videos this week. And yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and catch you later, YouTube.